Hey everyone, Nut Free Mama here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Wowbutter Christmas tree blossoms. Okay, let's start off with our ingredients. First you're going to need 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of Wowbutter, 1 egg, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 cup of brown sugar packed, 1/2 cup of unsalted butter, that's 1 stick and you want that softened at room temperature, 1½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and then you're going to need 2 or more tablespoons of sanding sugar for rolling. So I just have this colorful sanding sugar because I just think that's going to be really pretty. So I put red, green, and some gold in there. And then for all of the decorations, you're going to need 35 Hershey Kisses because we should be able to make 35 of these cookies. And you can easily double this recipe, you know, if you want to make 70, a big batch. And then you need green frosting. So I bought this Betty Crocker green icing because all you're going to do is take it around the tips and around the Hershey Kiss to make it look like a Christmas tree. So I thought that would be easier. Or you can just, you know, pipe it on yourself using a piping bag or a Ziploc bag with the tip cut off. That would be just as easy. And then you need, I was going to put some more of the sanding sugar on it after I do the frosting. And then on the very tip, I was going to do these little red stars. I got those out of some kind of sprinkles that I had for 4th of July. So I thought that would be really cute, the star on top of the Christmas tree. So these are going to be really cute. Let's go ahead and get started. Preheat your oven to 375. And line a cookie sheet with parchment paper and just set that to the side. Okay guys, our elf Chippy wanted you to know where Hershey Kisses really come from. As you can see, there they are. But Taste Tester said he's just joking, so don't worry about it. They come from a factory. Alright, now in a large bowl we are going to beat both sugars, butter, Wowbutter, and egg with an electric mixer until it is well combined. And you do want to make sure that your Wowbutter is also at room temperature. So if your butter or your Wowbutter still are not at room temperature, just pop them in the microwave for about 10 seconds or so. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. So next I'm going to add in the baking powder, baking soda, and flour, just a little bit at a time, stirring it in between each time, just so you don't make a big mess. Alright, my dough is nice and incorporated, so I did as much as I could with my electric mixer, and then I just got out a spatula, scraped the sides, and then just did the rest by hand. You just really want to make sure it's all incorporated. So now we are going to shape the dough into 1-inch balls and roll them in a sanding sugar, and then place them onto our prepared baking sheets. Alright, my first batch of cookies is ready to go into the oven, and I am almost already out of my sanding sugar that I had, so I will adjust that in the instructions. You're going to need a lot more than 2 tablespoons. But so basically, I just rolled them into a ball, dip them into the sanding sugar, and then you just kind of pat them down a little. Not a lot, you just want to pat them down just a little. You don't want them to crack or anything, but there we go. And my oven is ready, so we're going to put these into the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. And you can see I still have a lot left, and that was 13 cookies, so I might even be able to have more than 35. We'll see. Alright, my first batch just came out of the oven, and they baked for 8 minutes exactly, and I took them out because I just don't want them to burn. And originally when you do blossoms, you put the Hershey Kiss in right away, but I don't want to take any chances of them melting because I want them to look like trees and have tips. So I'm just going to wait a couple minutes, not very long. So go ahead at this time and unwrap at least, you know, however many. I have 13 here, so I'm going to go ahead and unwrap those. And like I said, just a couple minutes, not too long. Alright, my first batch of cookies is all set up with their Hershey Kisses, so now I'm going to just move them to a cooling rack to let them cool completely before we decorate and get my second batch in the oven. Alright guys, I want to show you what I've been up to. So all of my cookies are out of the oven and they are cooled off. I had them all cooling on a cooling rack. And then you just want to take your green icing, if you have this kind, and it says pull off the cap and then knead it for about a minute or 2. And I keep kneading it because I feel like it keeps getting clogged, and you just want to make sure that's not clogged. And I just tipped off the very end, and then you just kind of swirl it around your Hershey Kiss there. And then I topped it with a little star on top. I don't think there's any wrong way. I'm just kind of going around them. Some of them I did more. Some of them I did a little less, and then I'm just sprinkling the sanding sugar on top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of mine. Okay guys, all of my cookies have been frosted, and this frosting does set up in 4 minutes, but it says before you try to stack it on top of each other, wait 4 hours. So mine aren't really on top of each other. I just have them kind of resting on each other. And just a little hint, when you are doing this, you do have to knead the frosting a lot if you're going to use that kind. Oh, those are so cute. But you will have to knead the bag a lot and clean the tip off a lot, or it will come out in clumps. And then it does set up like in 4 minutes, like I said, and then in 4 hours you can stack them on top of each other. And just be really careful because even when your cookies are cooled off, your Hershey Kisses are not set all the way. So they are very soft. So just, you know, keep that in mind when you are doing this. If you even want to stick everything up in the freezer for a little bit before you frost them, that could help harden up your Hershey Kiss as well. So like I said, I'm really happy with these, and we are going to see what Taste Tester thinks. Hey, Taste Tester.
Hi.
Have a little taste.
Okay. Dang, that female, that's good.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, come back and see us again. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.
Merry Christmas.